all set up and connected, it's quite a big boy. As a med student, although my laptop is, great and portable, when studying as a student, it's really useful to have an extra monitor on top of my laptop to see more websites or to have more resources open. You don't necessarily need to get the same monitor, but I'm going to quickly talk you through why I bought this specific one, and actually why it's my second monitor of the exact same type. 34 inches diagonally, its resolution is 3440 pixels by 1140 pixels, and in terms of quality, it's pretty clear. For a 34-inch screen, detail-wise, it's very, very good. Of course, it isn't as good and as high resolution as my MacBook Pro screen, which is like a super-duper retina screen, but this is still very nice. And I guess from the distance you work at, which is sort of here, you don't notice at all any pixels, so very nice. The colors are amazing. On most monitors, which don't have as high contrast, what happens is the colors look a bit washed out, and as someone who makes YouTube videos and edits photos and just appreciates well-designed technology, I really appreciate how the color gamut on the screen is. It's also ultra wide. So although this is 34 inches, it's not like squarish in shape. It doesn't have a 4:3 ratio. It's got the, not even the 16:9, it's got a 21:9 ratio. And what this allows you to do is, as you can see, have multiple windows and documents open in a horizontal format. So from left to right, you can have everything available, which means when you're typing in one document, you can look at 2-3 websites in one go when doing your work. Now, it's curved, and this is part of the reason as why this monitor was £500-600. You notice it more when you look sort of top down. However, when you're looking at the screen, it's only a very slight curve. And I think the curve is very important for a screen this wide and this large, because wherever I'm looking at the screen, because it's curved round, the angle always makes sure that there's no glare. If you have a flat screen which goes like that, light will reflect off it, because the angle of reflection and all, and then it's more likely to have glare, so I need to sort of reach over to look at that part of the screen and to see what's on there. But here, whatever angle you are with respect to the monitor, you can just look around and see things very well. Also, this monitor has built-in speakers, which aren't the best, to be fair. I'll do a quick sound comparison now. It's nice to have speakers on a monitor, particularly since this one goes quite loud. So it's a bit tinny, but it's good enough. And most monitors don't even have speakers. So yeah, that's another thing. And another really good thing about this monitor is the height adjustment, as in you can do so many things with this monitor in terms of how you can adjust it. And that's, again, something you pay for. When it comes to the price, a cheap monitor won't have this sort of flexibility, and a lot of these ultra-wide monitors are fixed. Well, you'd have to put a few textbooks underneath there. And if you do that, let's say you need those textbooks, you're going to have to take them out. So, yeah, you pay for it, and it's worthwhile, I think. Next is it's completely USB-C. So that's what I love about this monitor. It's got one power input, which it's a monitor, it needs electricity. Then you have a USB cable. And this USB-C cable is awesome. So I got the 2016 MacBook Pro with the touch bar, the new one where they changed all the ports to the USB-C ports. So there are no HDMI ports, no display ports, nothing. But USB-C works amazingly with this monitor, and that's again why you pay a bit more for it. Using that one USB-C cable that connects my laptop to the monitor, I can charge my laptop, I can transfer the video data from my laptop to the screen, so I can see what's on my laptop. I can plug in hard drives to the back of this monitor, but then also I can plug in hard drives into my actual computer, and I can transfer files. Now, of course, it does slow down a bit because there are multiple, different cables of different quality. However, it's pretty convenient having, let's say a hard drive just stuck to the back of this monitor, which means whenever I connect to this monitor, I always have access to that specific hard drive that's, attached in there. So that's pretty cool, being able to transfer data through the same cable as power. And the fact that it's just one cable meant that, I didn't have to buy any adapters. So to fit a normal HDMI cable into my computer, I'd have to purchase a HDMI to USB-C adapter, which is in the order of at least £20. I must say I did invest in a higher quality USB-C cable. The cable that comes with the monitor it can't do all these fancy things like power, video, and data transfer. So I bought a Belkin USB-C cable, which, yes, was an investment, 40 quid, but it is very good and it's lasted me nearly 2.5 years. The other important thing that I look for in a good monitor is a strong stand. This LG monitor has not only like a strong, sturdy stand, which means the monitor doesn't wiggle around when the desk moves. It's also quite wide, which means it's quite stable on a surface. But lastly, as you guys can see, the actual stand itself is very slim and it's got a long curved profile, which means it's got a very small footprint on the table actually, allowing me to store pens, books, and other items underneath the monitor. So usually if a monitor has, let's say, like a circular stand or something a bit more intrusive, then it's a bit more inconvenient having it on the table. And talking about monitors and introducing you to my monitor, as I said, the LG 34UC99. If you're a university student, regardless of what you're studying, I suggest you invest in an external monitor. You'll get the portability of your laptop because you can literally just unplug it and go. You get increased workspace, real estate, and in terms of better viewing experience, it's nicer having a monitor that's lifted up at this angle that I can also tilt and adjust, because when I'm working for long periods of time, when I'm studying for 3-4 hours, it's important to be comfortable in the right position. If it's a laptop, you're usually looking down at the desk, and that's going to cause you neck problems, it's going to cause you back problems, and in the long term, it isn't good for your health. And yeah, go out there, explore some external monitors, even if it's just a £100 23-inch external screen, get it. It'll make a difference to your studying experience. But if you do wish to have the extra features, the comfort that comes with the monitor, then invest in something more expensive. And do think about it. The monitor will be something that I use every day for many hours per day. And so spending a bit now is a worthwhile investment. It pays for itself very quickly. You happily pay £40-50 sometimes for supper at a restaurant. That's for a one-off bit of pleasure. And so investing in something like this, that's going to benefit you for many years, is going to be very good. I did do some research as to whether I should get a newer version, because I bought this exact same one 2 years again. And so I did some research into whether like Samsung do better ultra-wide, high-resolution screens nowadays. I think Asus do one, MSI do one. Then just reading the reviews, none of them had as clean of a record as this one. Everyone who sort of used this one, even in recent times, said it's good. And so although I wanted to, buy a new, different one, arguably for a similar price that I bought my last one of these, which was £800. Now I paid about £600. I wasn't happy buying the exact same one again. But then again, this is a monitor which is good. LG make good screens. It's reliable. It doesn't have pixels going dead, and it's very, very sturdy. So compared to the competitors, LG have set the gold standard for ultra-wide, reasonably high-resolution curved monitors. Now, I have been considering it. I might go overkill and get like a double monitor setup with 2 of these. So comment down below and give this video a big thumbs up if you think I should get 2 of these. I mentioned I bought one of these before, and that's now at home. But when I purchased that, I always had the intention of getting another one and having a double screen setup. So if you do think I should do that, then let me know. If you sort of found this video useful, then yeah, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And lastly, go follow me on my Instagram as well, where you can catch up with other things that I'm up to.